Well, something interesting, I believe, happened in the crypto market that was unexpected, except by one person, I guess, maybe that kind of expected that this could happen. So, there's options, derivatives in crypto and Bitcoin, and there were some puts at 9,000 and calls at 10,000 Bitcoin. So, my understanding of puts and calls, you can't get close. You got to hit the number you need. Now, if it goes beyond your number, I think in some instances you can make a little more money. But for the most part, you need it to be like if you're doing a put, you're basically saying, I want the price where it's at now at say $9,400 Bitcoin. I'm putting a put at $9,000. I think it'll be $9,000 on options expiry, or options expiration, which is the 26th of this month, which was yesterday. And if I'm doing a call, that means I'm betting it's going to go higher. And if I do calls at $10,000, that means Bitcoin needs to be at $10,000, not 9,900, not 99 or 9,950. It's got to be at your call price. And likewise for the puts. So I'm going to read you this article from Bitcoin.com. Because typically, again, options expiration, get ready for, if too many people are short, well, guess what? They'll probably go long. Whoever has the money to manipulate this market, the big boys. If there's too many long, they'll short the damn thing. It's whatever they decide, essentially. But this time, quite possibly, both sides got wrecked to some extent. Over $1 billion in Bitcoin options set to expire. Crypto speculators expect massive shakeup. Cryptocurrency markets and Bitcoin's price stability might be coming to an end soon, as a number of skeptics and speculators expect a big move after today's options derivatives contracts expire. Bitcoin prices have been less volatile during the last 3 weeks, but over 114,000 Bitcoin options with a notional value of over $1 billion were set to expire on Friday, June 26, and that could change that trend. Traders are eyeing Bitcoin derivatives contracts that are set to expire at the end of the trading day, which again would have been Friday. At the time of writing, Bitcoin is swapping for $9,249 per unit and has a $170 billion market valuation. The entire market capitalization of all 5,000 plus crypto assets is around $263 billion as of Friday morning. So, this week, traders and crypto market analysts have been focused on watching the options contracts set to end today. The researchers from Arcane Research recently published a report and discussed the Bitcoin options issue. Quote, close to $1 billion in Bitcoin option contracts will expire on June 26th, accounting for 60% of the total open interest in the Bitcoin options market, Arcane's report noted. In situations like this, there could be significant financial incentives to move the spot price towards a certain level before the expiration date. The options expiry of over $1 billion in notional value is the largest expiration of its kind, and a number of traders believe that it would trigger a big move. Again, big move up or down. So data from Skew's analytics show that between Deribit, Backed, OKEX, CME, and LedgerX, there is well over $1.8 billion in open interest for options. Deribit is the largest provider of options, while the regulated institutional exchange CME has the second largest number of contracts. Traders also have noticed a $7,000 to $8,000 strike price, while a number of other speculators also see a $10,000 to $11,000 strike price. Most traders believe that the big move will end up being in range of either one of those two price trends. So, again, if it's 9K you got to put for 9K, and I guess the strike price being between 7 and 8. Again, if it goes beyond what you hope for, you get more money. So same for 10 and 11K. If it hits 10K, that's great, but if it goes to 11, it's even better for you. From what my understanding is. So we didn't get either. It went sideways. And that was the worst thing that could have happened for those trading. So anyways, most traders believe that the big move will end up being in range of either one of those two price trends. So 7 to 8K or 10 to 11K. Neither happened. Traders have been discussing the options expiry all week and have been theorizing on whether or not it will shake the crypto markets. Quote, in case you missed it, $930 million worth of Bitcoin options are expiring on Friday. Almost 70% of all total open interest. Seems normal, explained one individual on Twitter. Another trader called Altcoin Psycho also discussed the big expiry expected today. Everyone is expecting huge BTC volatility because of options expiration tomorrow, but let's dig into that. Altcoin Psycho tweeted to his 35,000 Twitter followers. Heaviest volume is for calls at 10K and puts at 9K. The max pain scenario would be Bitcoin simply ranging sideways. I think this is what will happen. I've become a max pain / game theory maximalist as of late, the trader added. Which I believe is this altcoin psycho person. What do you think about the large Bitcoin options expiration today? Let us know in the comment sections below. Click here to comment. There is no comments. There's no one commenting. What the? Not that it matters. So I took a little gander, a little peek at Bitcoin. And the lowest it got, which was 10 p.m., 10:15 p.m., on the 15-minute chart, I should say. So that 15-minute candle around that time was down to 9,050-ish, 945, 9,045 it looks like maybe. But again, close doesn't count. Close doesn't count. It must be. If you got 9K puts, it's got to be 9K. Literally, $9,001. Sorry. You locked in the contract at $9,000. Have a nice day. Didn't go that low anyways. It got down to about 9,045. And it certainly didn't do some kind of run up towards, 10 to 11K. On the 25th of June, it was 93.39 was the top. And then it just, up, down, on the stair step down. 92.50, 92.12, 91.96, currently 91.45. So today's Saturday. I think it's too late now. Again, once it expires, I think that's it. Usually there's a window of time, but I think it's over. So the worst possible scenario for the traders playing the derivatives game was the market going sideways, not going to 9K and not going to 10 or plus, K, but staying between 9 and 10K. And that's what happened. So that was a lot of money, $1 billion of people who just may have gotten wrecked, potentially, to some extent. So the interesting thing is, what you would have expected is one of those two scenarios. It's either going to 10K plus or 9K below, with all that money involved. So it didn't happen. What the heck's going on? Why didn't it happen this time? Is there a decoupling all of a sudden? I don't know. But this is very interesting for me to see. I mean, it might even been possible. There's that, I've been reading this one investment firm. I think Bitcoin Ben actually posted a couple times on Twitter also. I can't think of the name of the company, but they have been massively buying up, like tens of thousands of Bitcoin. And there was a chart I saw the other day, just a graph really, that said, here's how much the miners were mining Bitcoin before, here's how much they would get, and then sell it into the exchanges, and then whoever would buy it. And while that was happening, this company bought this many. Now, after the halving event of Bitcoin, the halvening, that's what I meant, or halving, whatever you want to call it, halvening. After the event, this is how many Bitcoin are now being produced or mined, which is a lot less than it was before. Yet that same entity just bought this many more. So are they done buying? Who only they know. And if they're not done buying, and there's not enough Bitcoin being mined to feed the appetite, the market has only one choice. Ultimately, again, it can stair step up, down, sideways for a while, but ultimately to go up. And I want to end this by sharing one more chart that I've left on my desktop because I had a feeling I'd be showing this thing in the future. The Bitcoin stock to flow model. Red dot released right here. This happened fairly recently, a few weeks ago. And last time, 2013, end of 2012, boom, first red dot is painted after the blues. Then we have a hell of a rally into the orange and yellow, typically depicting an all-time high, or a high of the time anyway. So far it's been an all-time high. And then period of time goes by, it does it all over again. There's the blue, here's the red. This was midway through 2016. Again, this would have been when Bitcoin would have been hundreds of dollars. The first red dot is painted. And then higher, $1,000, more than 1,000. And then we got to $20,000 approximately. There's the yellowish orange color, boom, settles back down. Cycle starts over again, blue, 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 blue. Got a first red dot. Now, as I mentioned before, I think this one only took about a year. The second time it happened took about a year and a half. And there's no telling what this one will be. But each time, now, if you look at the white thick line, this is the stock to flow model. This is their guess. Like, this is what we think is going to happen. And it shows the steep rise. And then it's usually after that when the red starts painting. And then all of a sudden we have the huge run up. And you can see it did it again here. They're predicting here around mid-2016 this should happen. It took to the end of 2017. So yeah, it's a ways off. But just take a look at this one. This is sub $10,000 Bitcoin, showing you it's going to 100K. Let's look at this one. This one predicted, and again, it's hard to tell from this, but I'm going to say this thing predicted about $200, $250 Bitcoin here. When this thing finally played out, it took us to, what was this was the Mt. Gox thing. This was what, $1,200, $1,100 Bitcoin, somewhere around there. So over $1,000. Prediction was 200, 250, based on the stock to flow model. Then it did it again. So we're at roughly $500 Bitcoin, $400 Bitcoin, and then boom. Where do they think it's going to go? Oh, probably about $7,000, $8,000. Okay. What ultimately happened? It went to freaking 20K. So here we are again at the bottom when the red dot's painted. Now, I don't mean the bottom as in, well, we bottomed at 3,100. I just mean the bottom of this line here. And the red dot's painted. And they're saying here's probably $90,000, $80,000. And then as it goes sideways here, 100K. So let's just say this is 80K. Let's just be fair. Not 90, 80K. $80,000 Bitcoin. And each time I've showed you this, it went multiples higher. Literally like almost 10 times higher. You know, this is 500. 5,000 would be 5 times higher. Or would be 10 times higher. Down here, when this thing was first painted. Price of the Bitcoin, again, was it 10, 12 bucks? 20 bucks? Ran all the way up to over 100, then it went on its way to 1,000. I mean, it's multiples. So again, let's be real conservative. And let's just say it only gets to the price prediction of 100K. How much is Litecoin at that time? How much is Digibyte? How much is Theta? Because if you look back at some of these coins that were around then, like Litecoin, you'll see a very similar pattern. As far as, take this same chart, but look at the price of those other cryptos that were around when this happened. They did the same thing. You don't think Digibyte, that's currently under 2 pennies, can't go to $1? You don't think Theta, that's 22, 23 cents right now, can't go to $5? All I know is if God help, I would be extremely happy looking at Theta at $5. Oh my God, would I be happy? I would be, honestly, just as happy with Digibyte at $1. I'd be real happy with that. Super happy. The question is, like last time, one was a year, one was a year and a half. How long do we have to wait for this one to really start ramping up? And by the way, even from, let's look back here, when the first red dot was painted on this one at 20, 30, whatever this is, dollar Bitcoin, it was over $100 in a few months, 6 months. That means it did, again, it was close to 10, but not 10. Maybe a 5x. Again, let's be real conservative. It did a 5x. 5 times your money, 500%. Over here, first one's painted middle of January. We're at what looks like about $800 maybe Bitcoin. And just as we passed 2017 slightly, right around, let's say this one's, but then from here to here is a big jump. 500 or 800 to, I don't know, because again, this is 1,000 to 10,000, so this is probably, and I guess, of course I could look this up. At this point in time, this was probably over $2,000 Bitcoin. probably 3,000 to 4,000, honestly, if I look on the chart of May or June, probably around May time frame, it was probably over, $2,000, $3,000 at that time, maybe higher. So there was a few multiples there. We're here now at 9,000 to 10,000 Bitcoin. $30,000 Bitcoin, in my humble opinion, should be here relatively soon. Litecoin again, doing a few X. Of course, it's $40 price now. 40 to $50. Let's just round up and say 50 right now. Make math easier. 3X is $150 again. A 4X is $200. It's probably going to be here before we know it. Again, Digibyte at 2 cents now with all this great news. Where is it going to be here shortly? 8 cents? Theta, 50, 60, 80 cents? I mean, I don't know. But we'll find out. Again, you can't predict the market flawlessly and that kind of thing, but you can look at the past to get a little hint of the future. And I'm all in on crypto. And I'm trying to make some moves on Digibyte, in and out. Like a cash register, as my woo-woo dude told me. Joe, you're going to have opportunities in some of these cryptos. Multiple times. Open the cash register, take the profit. Close it. Sell. Take the profit. Boom. Do it again. It's up again. Do it again. Up, it's back down. Go buy back in. And I did my first move on Digibyte. Made a nice profit. Got out at 23.4. And got back in between 18.3 and 19.1. In the middle of that, so probably 18.7. Percentage-wise, pretty decent. Of course, assuming it goes back up again, I get out again. But as of this point in time, I have all my Digibyte back that I sold, and I've got a sizable stablecoin profit sitting there waiting on, just waiting. So that was nice, but we'll see. And he seems to think I'm going to be able to do this many, many, many times. Joe, the guides, the spirit guides, they're working with you, dude. You got to roll in the future on this planet, not necessarily to make people crypto rich or YouTube videos, just other things spiritually. Like, you're going to do other things, and the guides are going to help you get what you need, help you pay off your house, and etc. Whatever. They're telling me you're gonna have the money you need to do what you need to do. Pay off the house, buy another house in New Mexico, whatever for your thing out there. And you're not going to have to wait for the big prices to get here, because you're going to be able to trade several times, and the amount that you're going to trade, you'll be able to basically get what you need to pay that stuff off. And he goes, I'm seeing this now. He goes, I see this price, which I'm not going to share, but it was a big number of basically stable coin sitting over here. And he goes, and at the same time, when you see that number, like, wow, that's profit. I can touch that right now because it's stablecoin. He goes, when you're going to see that, and then you're going to also look at your portfolio, your crypto portfolio, and you're going to say, I pretty much have the same amount of crypto that I had when I started. And I've got this stablecoin profit staring me at the face. Oh my God, I don't have to touch that. I'm thinking I'm going to have to sell that, pay off the house. No. You don't need to. You don't need to. So I thought, wow, that would be pretty cool. I'd love to have that because that would mean just flat out getting on some great trades, making it count, big money, taking that risk, and turning it into more big money basically because you're, went a little heavy on the trade or whatever. But again, there's risk. And I'm not telling you to do what I do. I'll tell you that right now because you can get wrecked. And we had to make it up on our Litecoin move. That wasn't a good move, and we made it up on Bitcoin Cash. But still, what if we didn't make it up? That would have hurt. It still hurt, to see that happen. So, but again, this is trading. This is what happens. I'll never trade my whole bag, whatever. But that guy's taking me under his wing. His guides have been telling him stuff, aside from the crypto market, that have been spot on, and including some of the crypto stuff too he's gotten. So, I'm paying attention. I'm going to wait. And I'm expecting another run up, probably of Digibyte again, to open that cash register. Cha-ching, give me my money. Like Smokey said, give me my money. You what? I lost. No, I want to win. And I hope a bunch of other people win with me. So on that note, see how the crypto market does? Chill, because again, when that red dot's painted, you could hodl this whole time or just keep buying while it's low. And yeah, it's low from where it's going to go. And then when those numbers hit, then you just do your thing. That is the safest thing you could ever do because there's no risk in trading like there is in trading. But the other side of trading is you don't have to tap into any money. If you can make winning trades, you just take the profit and set it aside in a stable coin, go back with the same amount that you were trading, and put that back into the market. Like I said, I got the exact same Digibyte I had, plus a nice profit sitting over here. If I can do that, it'd take me more than several times, I'll be honest, if I just did that. Having said that, had I done that move like he advised earlier, and I should have done it with Theta, when it ran up to 58 cents, I'm thinking of the number in my head that I would have had. It would have been far better than my Digibyte move, and my Digibyte move here lately was good. So I could have had that plus this. It's like, and he's like, no, there'll be more opportunities, Joe. Don't be nervous. Don't be scared. Do it. You might lose once or twice, but you're going to win a lot more. He goes, trust me. I'm like, all right. And so far, so good. So, from here, see what happens.